Oh, ring the bell, Tony Lyall. Winter's here. Have you know about the New Zealand Herald Bell?
I don't know about the bell.
Oh, you'll love the bell.
What's the bell?
Every time there is a weather event or a potential weather event, because you know that weather means clicks, means, full panic stations.
Well, it's the only thing New Zealand news media reports on, so it must be good for clicks.
And it's very overdramatic about atmospheric rivers and, potential loss of life.
Oh, weather bombs.
Weather bombs. I haven't heard the weather bomb recently.
It's true. They've packed it away for a while. They're waiting for the big weather bomb, the next Vaianu.
Yeah. So anyway, when someone gets wind of something big, a bell gets rung.
Literally?
Yep.
So there's a bell somewhere in the Herald office. Someone rings it.
Ding, 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 ding. There's weather event. Ding, ding, ding. Whoa! And everyone drops everything, and then they go and they all just dig in and try and dramatize it.
They run to their different computers and sort of assemble like Voltron.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
And today it's happened.
It's pretty average.
Pissing down with rain. And
I mean, I don't want to be a massive Aucklander over here about it, but I just sat on the motorway for a solid hour in the rain. It's that classic one you say every time when it starts to rain. Everyone's like, all right, it's raining. What if I drive as fast as I can directly into the car behind me? And so there was a huge crash on the motorway in the water. It was cliche. I drove past them and said, get something new, you loser.
Oh, or it's something now. The best was you can't park there, mate.
Oh, the compilations of you can't park theirs, mate, on Instagram make me. Some of them, I'm like, there's people crawling out of a inferno, and they're like, you can't park there, mate. I'm like, geez, check they're okay beforehand. There's like a pregnant lady bleeding from the mouth, and you want to hit her with a joke before you want to ask if she's okay. I mean, I get the commitment to the bit, but come on now.
I do enjoy that. But also, along with the weather bell, literally the weather bell, no pun intended there. They also have the 4 pillars of summer content. You know what the 4 pillars of summer content is?
Beach photos?
Oh, no, shark attacks.
Oh, of course, yes.
No, not shark attacks. It's now sightings.
Shark sightings,
because there's hardly any attacks.
Yeah, shark sightings. Youth riots?
No.
No, sort of drinking riots?
You got weather, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you've got road toll.
Yeah, road toll's big.
And traffic.
Yeah, that's nice. So that's your 4. Combined, do they?
Yeah, that's your 4. So over summer, from about December 20 through to January 15, that is your 4 pillars of New Zealand summer content on news sites.
Now, for you personally, when you hear the road toll, they go, oh, we've hit a record Easter roll toll.
Yeah.
Is there a little bit that's like, yes.
Yeah.
This is big. We nailed it.
Huge news.
We've done it.
Huge news.
As long as I don't see the names or pictures of the people, it's sort of it's airy-fairy and I don't have to comprehend it as people. And also I enjoy the shark sightings. Big one last year was a guy who was flying his drone 2 kilometres offshore in Mangawhai Heads. He saw one? And he saw a group of sharks. Yeah, crazy around. That. It was crazy. Yeah, it's like I went diving 6K out into the ocean and I actually saw a whole shark. But you send that into the Herald, my friend. The beaches, ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios. It's the Agenda Podcast for Wednesday, the 24th of June.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Right at the top of the pod, do us a favour. Make sure you put us on auto download. If whatever platform you're listening on to, give us a like, give us a follow, whatever you do on those different platforms. I don't want to sound like a company man, but how on God's green earth do you do that? Because I've been requested every podcast I listen to, they're saying to do this. Press the little 3 dots up the top there and it says auto download. Do that. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, or you subscribe and you'll get automatically fed it. It just helps. It just helps us. It just helps us. It helps keeps the lights on. Yeah, if you want the lights on, if you don't want us podcasting in the dark like a bunch of losers, click the 3 dots. I think some people,
or if you don't want to start paying for this fucking shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the other option.
Joe, you need a better sales pitch, by the way. Put that on the billboard. If you don't want to start paying for this fucking shit.
Then auto download and subscribe.
Also, you can watch us on iHeart and on Apple. There is a camera now on Joe Jury, but you can't, like us, you can't see his face ever. Well, I was in last week as well, and I didn't realise that this is being blasted out, and I was suffering quite a heavy cold last week. You'll notice I sound rather different. Some say it was a Colombian flu. But I was doing my best sort of in between bits when I wasn't talking to sort of sustain the cold by sort of doing a few wee sniffs and that sort of thing off mic. Yes. But I didn't really remember that I was being filmed. So if you watch that back, I'll be scuttling around like I'm just like I'm on heroin, just sort of scratching everywhere, itching, sniffing my nose, and it was a real wake-up call watching the footage back. It was, I felt like what the All Blacks this is what the Chiefs must have done when they did the video session on. Do you think they did the video session? Sorry to go straight to the Chiefs. Oh yeah, fuck you.
Do you reckon before they hit Mad Monday, they had a video session to go rake over the coals? Or
I'm
do you
pretty
just
sure none of those Chiefs, including management, will ever watch that game ever again.
Is there any game of sport that you personally have never watched again that went poorly? The one that jumps to mind is the 2019 World Cup final.
I watched as a piece of therapy, because I'd go down the hole every time someone would even just mention the year. I watched the last over and the 2 super overs again. I did it with friends. I did it with Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells.
I've done the exact same thing, and I was surprised by so much. And I was also like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, same.
The Trent Boult run out on the last ball was so handy. We very nearly didn't even go to super over. If they got back, he managed did a handy bit of fielding to run them out to take it to super over, which... I think they ran a 2 on that last ball. It so nearly wasn't a thing.
And how good were his slow balls in the Super Over? I mean, there was. I keep saying this.
Yeah.
There was a time there I still thought we were going to win, even though I knew we were going to lose.
Always.
Because even it was a replay. So
when you see Jimmy Neesham slap that 6, you think, "Are we on here?
Yeah,
are we on?"
I've never watched any of the Chiefs' last 4 losses in grand finals. I've never watched that.
Yeah, why would you?
And I'll never watch it again.
That's cruel and unusual self-harm, watching a Super Rugby grand final loss.
Yeah, I will never rewatch the All Blacks versus France quarterfinal in Cardiff.
Yep. No, I don't think I've ever watched that one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched, but not for any hurtful reason, but I don't think I've rewatched the highlights of the 2019 Rugby World Cup against England?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever watched that one just because
it was England.
It was ugly.
Also, 2015 Cricket World Cup final in Melbourne. I haven't rewatched that.
I've watched the first over of Baz getting out, and it was tough. It was a tough watch.
Well, let's on that topic. We've mentioned here that there must have been some sort of breakdown between Baz and Stokesy over the Ashes, and they had a review, a formal review in which no one lost their jobs. Robert Key kept his job at head of England cricket. McCullum kept his job as coach. With his band of New Zealand merry men, including Tim Southey and Jeetan Patel. And Stokesy kept his job. So I don't know what went on, but they've come out and said all things are rosy when they're obviously not.
So Ben Stokes is back, Atkinson's back for the next test. They're just re-injecting them back. And who was away for childbirth?
Devon Conway came back and had a baby.
I thought there was an England player away for a wee birth. But I imagine they're back to their full contingent.
Ollie Robinson was away, but I think there was an injury-related situation.
Right, okay, nothing to do with a baby. Well, I mean, an injury is a baby.
Or something, maybe.
A baby is an injury in some way. Someone's getting injured.
Well, Conway came back, smacked the baby out, and went back again and played the second test.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to do.
Yeah.
I did see a player in the Football World Cup getting absolutely rinsed for having a baby. I think one of the female commentators was like, "Oh, what a coward. He's going away to... birth's disgusting and guys don't do anything anyway." And she immediately lost her job.
Oh, my God. So he's had a press conference, Baz, and he claims that him and Ben are okay. So this is what he said, because he said that he's denied his relationship with Ben Stokes was damaged by the nightclub controversy that forced the captain into exile for the second test defeat against New Zealand. I'd say that there definitely would have affected their relationship, because he'd be like, "Oh, come on, man. We've just gone out into the media and to all the public and fans and said we've changed." And then you go and do that. So he's asked if recent events had made the relationship more tense. McCullum said, this is what he said, "Not at all. We talked about it this morning." Okay, so just maybe, 10 days after the incident?
Talked about it this morning, just rolled over and had a chat?
Yeah. I said, "Do you know where this has come from? The conversations around our relationship over the last 6 months?" He said, "No. I have no idea." I said to him, "As far as I'm concerned, I consider you a good friend."
Well, it's interesting because you are good friends, and I imagine they do get on quite well. They're probably quite similar fellas. But he is also his boss. There's a element of a power imbalance there where he goes, "We're good mates, but at any stage I could just drop you like I did last week when you didn't perform." So it's not quite a friendship in the truest sense of the word.
Yeah, I know, but you can't tell me that they were eye to eye during that Ashes series, because they came in under full Baz ball instructions and almost on purpose, Ben Stokes was playing non-Baz ball, even though Baz ball is designed around him. It should be called Stokes ball.
Yeah, it really should.
That's how he plays cricket. But all of a sudden, over in Australia, he was leaving balls, blocking balls, like almost doing the ante. It was kind of weird. You can't tell me that
Well, also,
him.
this is the public conversation. I think that's important to point out. In private, I mean, first of all, there would have been 68 more fucks in that sentence knowing Baz and knowing Stokesy. It would have been effing and jeffing left, right, and centre. But, they might have been like, oh, you fucking idiot, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they might have just left and gone, all right, we're good? Yeah. All right,
yeah,
fuck off.
And
then this is the translation. Like, this is the captions of their argy-bargy, sort of like two bulls headbutting.
So you reckon would have gone, Baz would have gone, fuck, bro.
Yeah. Genuinely.
Fuck, bro. What happened? And he goes, oh, fuck, I don't know, man. I was like, well, so what the fuck's all this chat about us hating each other? And
he was like, fuck, what do you think it's about?
And I was like, fucked if I know. You're a good mate.
Yeah, well, fuck, you're a good mate too. But yeah, you sort of fucked me there for a bit.
Oh, okay, well, let's get on with it then.
Oh, all right, well, fuck off then.
Yeah, well, why isn't that in there?
And then they would have walked out and said, listen, we just had maybe the best chat we've ever had. The best chat we've ever had. We've sorted it. And, I mean, the third test is, I'm excited about it.
So am I. I am, because New Zealand, they did exactly what they needed to do at the Oval.
Yeah.
On our newsletter last night, I did shame to Edgbaston. I said it was Edgbaston in our newsletter last night. It was the Oval. I knew that. It was my mistake. They needed that, and they got a fully fit Matt Henry.
Yeah.
And I just keep harking back. Imagine if he was fully fit at Lords. I think that would have been a much closer match.
It would have been much closer. It was just so good to see him in full stride. And I just love the keeping up. It's exciting. It's that thing. It feels like a little revolution. You go, it's
also a big dick maneuver.
100%.
Their keeper sucks.
Yeah. It's going, hey, look what we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, it must be scary as all hell.
It's Alex Carey all over again. It is a flex.
It is going, listen, I'm going to do it for a little bit, see how we go here.
Yeah.
Until I might get quite hurt. I might cop one on the tip of a finger or
it is a huge
in the bush.
Obviously, you need to trust your bowler. He's not going to bowl down the leg side either.
Yeah.
Because keeping up to a pace bowler and they bowl down, that's impossible.
Will they run it? What are they running? Are they running any sort of backstop or?
No, not in test matches, I don't think. No.
Just trusting
a backstop's a great position.
Yeah.
Well, they employ that against Bazball. They had a backstop for the Harry Brook top edge.
Even in the second test, Harry Brook, geez, he's got a cock on him, doesn't he? What a guy, just getting out there. Some of those shots were
the heavy roller, they call him.
He's just a freak, and he's such a lithe little guy. I saw him at a posh cafe in Auckland, and if you didn't know him, there's no way you would think he was an athlete at all. He doesn't even look like he could nearly be an athlete. He's just like a skinny, nerdy looking guy. The only way I picked him out was he was in full England kit.
Right.
And I was like, oh, and obviously you know his face, but he does not have the physique of an athlete, let alone one who can deliver punishment like that.
See, it's about timing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he used to be quite a bomber laddie at schools, and his nickname was the heavy roller.
Oh, was he? And then what did he thin out?
Yeah.
I can imagine him with sort of a Jesse Ryder type frame, actually.
Yeah.
There's always one of those guys who is a bit of a larger chap at school who just has skills for days. He might play sort of second five and do a bit of jogging, but just be able to throw a ball from, the middle of the field directly to the winger on the wall. Just someone who has incredible hand-eye.
Is second five the ideal position for a bit of a bomber laddie who's got skills?
I think so.
Because you don't need express pace.
No.
You don't need to do a lot of running like your back three and going back and supporting or going back and covering any sort of kicks. Is the position, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Especially the younger grade when the first five is usually like the best player, probably can kick as well. So second five, you're a bit more chilled out about it all. You probably smoke durries as well. Yeah. You're half into it. You probably do a bit of skating on the side, but you've actually got all that inherent skill that's undeniable, but you're just not as big of a rugby nerd as the first five.
Yep, I agree with that. Maybe that's why all the league players, they all come and play number 12, don't they?
I think usually, they'll roll in, play.
Sexy build.
I always like that chat when they say, where would these league players play when they came in? Because often there's not an easy answer.
But they can't go to the forwards because I reckon there's just too many things you have to learn over several years in the forward pack. And Brad Thorne's
the exception of Willie Mason as well. I think he played lock, which is close enough, isn't it?
Willie Mason. We can't talk about Willie Mason on this podcast.
Oh, right.
Mania had a run-in with him.
Oh. Is this in Christchurch?
Yes.
I don't know the story at all.
We need to get Mania in. I explained it.
We don't need the story. We don't know the story either.
Is it a mystery story? I thought maybe it had been aired.
It's one in which both protagonists didn't come out of it happy.
Well, Willie Mason versus Mania Stewart.
I know. It was funny.
It
was one of the most awkward interactions you'll ever see, and Mania was just left high and dry.
Oh, did he go in for a big bro shake or something?
No, he got told that Willie wanted to meet him. by one of his producers.
Oh, no.
And Willie didn't want to meet him.
Oh, the worst of the worst.
And then Willie was like, who the fuck are you?
Who are you? What are we doing?
I came over here to meet fucking your things. And I don't know fucking...
And I didn't back down.
He goes, I didn't come over here voluntarily.
I don't want to meet you either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one, though, to walk up to someone and then say...
He's like twice the height of Mania. He's a fucking massive unit.
To walk up, go, hello, and the guy goes, what do you want? You go, oh, I don't want to meet you. You've walked over there.
Yeah.
You've lost the moral high ground.
No, I know, but he was under the impression that one of Willie's team had gone over and said, we're going to come over and have a chat to Willie. He presumed that the door had been left ajar for a chat.
Yeah.
But the door was never open.
Oh, good God. The cringe is high on that one.
He's still recovering. He won't come on the podcast to explain himself.
Well, I love the idea of racking up afterwards and still putting your foot down. Go, no.
He came over to us and he was like, fuck that guy. Fucking Willie Mason. Fucking. I was like,
who would have thought Willie Mason, a bit of a prickly fella? Who would possibly have imagined that one? I think Mania's only choice now is to unleash David Kidwell on him.
Yeah.
Knock him out again.
Yeah, I think
so. And then get him to do a haka above him. I think that's the only thing he can do. Just surprise him. He should get David Kidwell to get him as he gets out of his car or something. Oh. Just sprint at him, smash him over, and then give him a serve afterwards.
It was a weekend of awkward interactions with former NRL players because I interviewed Mark Tukey and Russell Packer.
Oh, lovely.
At the Richmond Club.
Nice.
And good dudes.
Yeah,
and
of
course, I opened it. Mark Tukey's still operating the prison pussy, the prison vagina, loudly and proudly.
Oh, good
and
God.
I introduced him as the only NRL player still operating a magnificent prison vagina.
And did they go badly for you?
Yeah, because then Russell Packer went, he goes, Russell Packer said, you trying to trigger me, with the prison chat. And I was like, oh, nah. No, but I said, but it's a pretty good prison pussy. Yeah, and he goes, yeah, it's good.
It would have done.
He goes, I think he might have said he would have done well in prison. So he made a joke of it, but for a split second there, I thought Russell Packer was going to kill me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is that thing where you go, I haven't actually thought this all the way through.
No, I definitely didn't.
I haven't thought about doing a jail joke in front of the guy who's gone to jail.
Yes, and then I talked to Mark Tukey about his first grand final with the Warriors. And then Russ Packer and goes, are you fucking trolling me again? Because I played a grand final too. And I went, oh yeah, of course. I mean, you were obviously up next.
And did you ask him? I'm always
the piss the pants. Yeah, I was on the back foot after the prison vag joke.
It's true.
So
yes.
I was going to say, would you mind if I pissed my pants right here?
I mean, that's just incredible broadcasting.
Yeah.
You should have done it without asking and just pissed your pants.
I needed to do it with shorts though, because I had black jeans.
Well, you just got to commit to the bit. You got to stand up, go, oh, hold on, fellas, stand up, piss yourself, sit back down and go, that's better. Anyway, and just not mention it and see if he bites. And if he doesn't, I mean...
He would have... You know what? He was such a good bastard. He definitely would have laughed.
Of course he's the best guy of all time.
Yeah, he would have laughed
pissed himself standing up in the middle of the game. He could be the greatest man on earth. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
He's got this big bushy beard as well. He's like... And he's still a big unit.
Of course.
Mark Tukey's not so much.
It's crazy how when you stop playing rugby, you don't slim down.
Well, no, Mark Tukey was quite small. He's lost a lot of weight. Yeah, he's just like a kind of little fella.
What's he doing for himself these days?
He works for the Warriors development over in Australia.
Oh, what a
He
guy.
said that, in terms of the fans and people who want to play for the Warriors over in Aussie, so he runs the academy over in Aussie.
Is it Kiwis trying to come home, or are the Aussies keen to get amongst it?
It's mainly expats who live over there, but up on the in Queensland where he's based, so...
Not a bad gig if you can get it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
so he's still full was.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny talking to an Australian about it. Because I was like, you're Australian. How does it feel? You've been welcomed into the... You're like a surrogate Kiwi. And he goes, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's a bit of an undercover brother, really, if he's up there in Aussie walking around going, oh, yeah, you get a Cobra. Hey, would you like to come play for the Warriors?
Come play for the Warriors?
Yeah.
But he did say, and he brought up a good point, and I think, and Russell Packer brought it up as well, he's like, they both played for other NRL clubs. But he said Warriors, by far the best club at looking after the old boys in terms of keeping them involved in the club, making sure they're part of the legacy and everything. And Fetu Taiwa was there, and he ran on in the first ever Warriors team in 1995.
Yeah.
Ran through the tunnel there with Dean Bell out the front. And he was on the wing, and he came to the function too, and he had this exclusive Warriors bomber jacket, and it was the OG Warriors jacket.
Oh, the reissue. I saw these. They gave them to all the players.
Yes, and he had your number on it.
Yeah.
And he's got 5 on his.
Wow.
So it's shit like that they were saying that no other club does in the NRL as well as the Warriors. So
is it because I wonder if we have just fewer players? Is that an outrageous suggestion? I feel like other clubs roll through players left, right. Maybe there's a bit more swapping around.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. That seems like it's not true, but I've certainly said it.
Yeah, well, they hands down said that that's what's created at the moment, especially with Webby, has created this real. Well, I want to say family because it just sounds a bit wet.
Yeah,
it's not. It's a camaraderie and a brotherhood amongst, even if you've only played for the Warriors. I mean, Feti Taiwa only played 10 games for the Warriors.
Especially that first few seasons. I don't think you played often.
Yeah, but he's a Warrior, and they say you're a Warrior for life. And Tukey being an Australian, fucking loves it. He's working for the Warriors.
Yeah, good bit of heart there. Yeah. You like to hear that, especially from the home club you support, that they actually look after them. They don't just churn them out and say, see you later.
Yeah.
Oh, for the next one.
So there you go. But back to cricket.
Yes.
I don't know if you're following the White Ferns.
Well, yes, I saw that. They had a win against Scotland and a comprehensive one at that. I mean,
You'd hope
over and a half to spare. Yeah, well, I mean, they almost lost to Ireland, beating Scotland. I think we've got to beat England and then
West Indies have
to lose both of their last games for us to get through. I'm glad that we've turned it around and got a couple of wins because I had heard someone say before, could this be the worst ever title defence in any World Cup?
If they lost against Ireland and Scotland, yes.
Yeah, well, if we even one of those games, if we were only to, let's say we lose to England, if we were to lose against Ireland, it might be I can't think of a worse World Cup defence. It'd be like winning the Rugby World Cup and then not making it out of the pool.
So Susie Bates, she didn't play against Sri Lanka or West Indies, but they brought her back for Ireland and Scotland. Contributed against Ireland. Scotland, she didn't bat or bowl.
Oh, just there to make...
She's got weird, isn't it? You don't think that's weird?
Well, you got to wonder if there's some sort of Ben Stokes situation going on with the coaching staff there.
With their greatest player of all time.
Yeah, it's a real head scratcher. Good to see Izzy Sharp in the runs, though, 62 off 43. I mean, could she be one of those players that goes on to be, in the next greats era?
Yeah, well,
I reckon she's handy.
They're going to have to pull one out of the bag to beat England, who are one of the favourites at home to win this World Cup, and rely on the West Indies to shit the bed in their last two games.
Yeah, which, I mean, I'd rate the Windies losing the next two over us beating England. So, at least... If you're going to rank what's more possible.
Yeah.
But I guess you just play as well as you can, try to knock over England, and if you can't do it, then great, and the Windies, it's out of your hands, really.
Yeah, if you want to go full cricket nerdery, BYC podcast is out later on today. That's a preview of the third test, and no doubt we'll be covering off the White Ferns World Cup defence. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back because of it. Upset a few Warriors fans again.
Oh, come on, man.
So, Tony, you would have clocked some of this. Aussie media post the Christchurch weekend with the Wars against the Cowboys. Was it the Cowboys?
Certainly was.
Now, a lot of Aussie media were there. Peter Volandis was there.
Yes.
He was walking around the concourse.
He was going, oh, wow, fashion shops.
Yeah, he's like, New Zealand without rugby league is not New Zealand. He was very impressed. So were a number of Aussie media, and so... They've been on the bandwagon for Christchurch of the 20th NRL team. Multiple TV shows and have said they must be given to Christchurch rather than another Queensland team. James Graham said that Christchurch ticks every box.
Well, James Graham, famously an astute thinker, one of the great minds out there, isn't he? James Graham, when you think of intelligent rugby league players, you go, oh, Jimmy Graham's got to be top of the list.
Ivan Cleary, though, he's come out the other way.
Well, and it's an obvious argument for Ivan Cleary. He said, I've got to be careful what I say here with all my friends in New Zealand. I definitely think that we need to make sure the Warriors continue to get the support they need. I think it's really important the game needs to foster and to be careful not to split that. And you've got to agree that would have a huge impact on the Wars if there was going to be another team. And I just also think it's important to remind people, they go, wow, the Warriors come to Christchurch and it sells out a full stadium. And they have been doing that not just at the new stadium, but the new stadium definitely helps. But it's also taken 30 years for this to operate in that way. The idea that we could just conjure up another team, the Orcas or whatever it might be, and then they get the full buy-in and support of an entire island who already support the Warriors. I just don't think it's that simple. People will go, I've got 8 Warriors jerseys, mate. I'm up the Wars.
I just think the Warriors are an Auckland team and always have been.
Well, I disagree with you because it says New Zealand in the name.
No, but they changed that.
That's only recent.
That's only recently.
I know this. They straightened the tongue, changed the name.
Yeah.
But I think that now it's... You go, I mean, how many Warriors jerseys did you see down in Christchurch when you're there? Stadium full?
Of course.
So everyone's bought in, everyone's watching them. Can they watch them every week? No.
How many Phoenix jerseys did you see at Eden Park when they came and played at Eden Park 5 years ago? 25,000.
Was it 25,000?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, they used to
sold it out?
They used to get 25,000 at Eden Park, and people were in Phoenix jerseys.
Well, and I hear the argument of the AFC thing, but is rugby league growing in New Zealand the same way that football is? And I would say definitely not. Football is on the up and up over the last decade. Football, I would say, in the younger grades would have exploded in numbers of participants, and I just don't think rugby league has that same propulsion of popularity. So you're dealing with the same...
I don't know. I think it is. Rugby league,
not in the youth grades, comparatively.
Not in the youth grades.
Comparatively to football.
I'm not talking players. I'm talking just pure fans here who would fill the stadiums and are passionate about it. Because Christchurch, you got the whole West Coast who are rugby league fanatics.
Yep.
Some would almost say a heartbeat of kind of the Kiwis in the kind of 70s and 80s.
So there's 1,200 people total.
Like I'm not saying. Then we've got Christchurch.
Yeah.
Now, how many people live in Penrith? How many people live in Parramatta? How many people live in Manly? How many people live in Balmain?
It does make sense, but these are also baked in clubs that have been there for generations.
Well, let's make a generational club. What I reckon. I mean, Warriors obviously don't want another team. Because that would basically,
Moana Pacifica.
They love the fact that the whole of New Zealand are buying their kit. They love the fact they can go to any city and sell out their stadium because it means some serious cash flow for them as well. Because they could stay in Auckland and sell out Go Hard every week.
Yeah, this is true.
But so I just think people of South Island deserve a team.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm a South Island man. I grew up down there, but I grew up down there still supporting the Wars.
You've drunk the Warriors Kool-Aid as well.
Yeah, I have a little bit. I'm trying to be open-minded to the idea. I just think it would take something special. I don't think they could do it by halves. I mean, AFC were lucky they had a billionaire to help them do it.
They will need a billionaire.
They'll need a billionaire.
They'll need a billionaire. Someone will need to come in. I've talked about it with Peter Thiel. They ran him out of New Zealand, and he's now living in Argentina now.
I think isn't he over there giving Elon Musk a reach around or something like that?
Something like that. But he's got a New Zealand citizenship. Now, look, if he came back, all would be forgiven. If he pulled a couple of billion into
that's what it would take.
Christchurch Lizards team.
Yeah. The Canterbury, the South Island Lizards.
South Island Lizards.
The Te Pounamu Lizards.
Because I think you'd have to move the team down to Dunedin to play a game or two.
Yeah. It would be a South Island.
Dunedin
because that's the issue as well. I mean, you've got Mount Smart, you've got Eden Park in Auckland, so the Blues and the Wars can coexist. But if you're only running it Te Kaha, you've got to play the days when the Crusaders aren't playing.
Perfect.
You've got to run...
I think every single round ball or oval ball should be played in the same stadium.
But then I don't think the NRL and the Super Rugby, I don't think they'd ever shake hands and open mouth kiss and agree.
Well, they might have to.
They might have to. You'd say a sort of a forced consent model.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where we say, listen, if you want to have it here, this is... Which I actually think is a good use of the stadium. And the more I think about it, I'm sure that the NRL does this in Melbourne with Amy Park. I guess the Storm and the Rebels are dead, aren't they? So,
Yep.
But they must have done it when they were alive, some sort of idea of who's playing where and when.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Do you think
the Retards and the about 17 NRL clubs play in the same stadium in Combank?
Yep, that's true.
True, they do make it work. So it can happen.
It can happen, but it will require a couple of billionaires.
And I appreciate I'm not doing much visionary thinking here or blue sky thinking. I'm just seeing the downsides. But I just love the Wars,
Look, I love the Wars too. But I mean, but deep down, it's an Auckland-based Auckland team.
I just don't want us to launch something that then shits the bed and sucks.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, that was the fear with the Auckland FC.
Yeah,
but look at that.
They did great.
Now that derby is one of the great sporting events.
And the flip side is Moana Pacifica, where we launched another club in the same city, and two or 3 years later, in receivership, owing players money, getting pumped every week, one win all season. So you think, well, there's two clear different ways it can go.
Yeah, I mean, Moana's, that's a different kettle of fish. They had no real home. They were a Pacific Island team without a Pacific Island home.
Yeah.
And
totally different kettle of fish.
Totally different kettle of fish.
But that's the way that a poorly planned thing, if it's executed without...
I imagine that anyone who takes on a NRL franchise will not want it to fail and do it properly. So I can't imagine someone's going to come and just loan a couple of $1 million and see how you go.
Yeah, it's going to be big. I mean, there's part of you thinks, let's just do it. Let's get it up.
Look, if it does happen, the 20th team, I think it's probably another 5 or 6 years away. So
what's the alternative?
No, they want to bring it in 2029.
2029?
Yeah.
What's the alternative in Queensland? What area, what location, what town?
Would they go?
It's another team on the Gold Coast, I think.
It's like a Gold Coast Titans and then
they got
a Burley Heads, Hammerhead Sharks.
So what do they got? They got the Broncos, the Dolphins,
the Cowboys,
the Coolangatta Airplanes,
and the Titans.
So they got 4 teams already.
Yeah, so they want a 5th one over there. But Philandis is looking at it going,
he's seen how much money has been piled into the Warriors and fandom.
Well, I heard of stat, and it was something like a Magic Round this year in Brisbane. The Warriors pop-up shop did about $8 million worth of merch.
Crazy.
And so people were saying, the different places like that one of the Wars have that other clubs don't. And you've chucked $7 million back into, the ecosystem. It's a big difference. And I imagine they had a pop-up one in Christchurch on the weekend, which probably went ape shit.
How'd your bit of merch go, Joe?
I lost my beanie.
Oh, yeah, bloody hell.
Bought a beanie.
It looked good on telly.
Yeah, thanks.
You look like a super fan. I didn't realise that it had just been purchased. I saw you and thought, geez, look at that.
Miserable Joe.
Miserable Joe, yeah, he looks so miserable.
Joyless Joe.
I had my OG 95 shirt signed by the team and made Fedu Taiwa find his signature. And he goes, oh, yeah, there it is. Right there. Yeah.
Found it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good moment.
And what happened to the Chiefs jersey you were wearing from the night before?
I burnt it.
Yeah, fair enough. At the stake. A full effigy.
Absolutely at the stake.
An effigy stadium. You could do that, do a full burning at FMG Stadium. Effigy stadium burning. Well, just get rid of the bad juju of the last. What are you going to do? I realise we keep coming back to this, but
I'm starting the Chiefs supporters support group.
Yeah. Is there, like if you move into a new house, maybe there's been a horrific murder committed in it, you burn a little bit of sage, you wander through, you get the spirits out. Yeah. Do you think there needs to be some sort of exorcism at FMG?
Yeah,
just to get rid of the bad juju?
Yeah, there has to be something. But it never happens at FMG. Oh, I suppose it did one year. So it seems to happen away.
You need a spiritual place. Like maybe the team needs to go. Maybe they need to go back and apologise to the strippers. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe that's where it started.
Just out of Matamata there, yeah.
Just go back, take an offering of handfuls of gravel, say, listen, we're sorry.
Yeah.
We think this might have cursed our club.
Yeah, it could have actually.
Was it the last time you won?
Yeah, I think it was.
So
and it was a hot pools outside of Matamata. I can't remember. Some springs. I can't remember.
Oh, this is where maybe we take this on our own shoulders and we head to the hot pools.
Yeah.
Take some sort of.
Who do we sacrifice? Who do we sacrifice?
Based on the weekend, Damo McKenzie.
It's going to have to be Liam Messam or something. A club legend.
Get a club legend. Maybe would Jono Gibbs be interested in coming for a wander?
Yeah. I think he'd probably be quite happy for Liam to take the hit. Probably.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What about James McConey? Why don't we just sacrifice him?
Well, James McConey, maybe he could leave it and he could sort of do it's almost like a rebirth in the hot pools. Like, when you do, he's got to speak in tongues. And then dunk him. Yeah. And then he's reborn. We throw gravel at him.
Yeah.
And then that will
get
rid of the hoodoo.
Put dollar notes in his G-banger.
Yeah. I think this is smart and good. And I think we should take some requests of what the christening as it should be. The rebirth should entail.
I've just on the Chiefs, I can't even think about next year because I can't even think or want to contemplate making another final and not winning. Because Chiefs will always be there or thereabouts when it comes to finals.
With a team like that, they should be.
Yeah, and I don't want to even think about Super Rugby.
No, you got to give it a break.
For another 6-7 months.
Well, I haven't been thinking about it for the last 4 weeks, so as a Highlanders fan, haven't had to think about it in ages.
We had a message yesterday saying 2023 beaten by the Blues. No, 2024 beaten by the Blues. 2025 beaten by the Crusaders. 2026 beaten by the Hurricanes. 2027 beaten by the Highlanders.
Oh, yeah, boy. Ethan de Groot, that's what he was saying when he picked up his Highlanders Man of the Year award. He said, I got a feeling in this club. It feels like, when I look at it, it looks like the club of 2014. And, of course, 2015 went on to lift the trophy. And if the great man, Ethan de Groot, feels something, I trust him.
Yep, the only solitary All Black.
I mean, that's an absolute travesty. Can I just put that on the record? Yep. Tava Nawai. Anton Lienert-Brown, this is an inside job. This is the one thing Dave Rennie's done so far that's irked me is the selection of Anton Leonard-Brown from his club in Japan.
Yep.
He's obviously been talking to him there.
The Kobe Steelers.
People, if he's going to be on as some sort of leadership role, some sort of komatua, as it will, get him on salary. Don't have him take up a playing space. He hasn't been testing his medal, testing his swords with the others at Super Rugby. He's carving up.
He must have been told, though, that Havili was off to Japan.
I wondered what order that was also, because that was I wondered if Havili was hovering the pen and said, listen, if I get selected, we'll put it off. We don't want to have a fair situation on our hands. And then he didn't get named. He said, fuck it. Signed the paper and off you go. But still, nonetheless, Tawatava Nawa. I mean, what's he got to do?
Yeah.
He's big, surely.
Yeah, well, coming from the Kobe Steelers, when I was over in Japan, I went to a game. I went to Kobe Steelers versus Sungoliath.
Oh, nice.
It was a good, big game. And I was like, oh, that's look like Lurch. Lurch is the captain of Kobe. And I went, oh, their open side flanker is Adi Severe. And then I went, oh, that looks like Anton Leonard-Brown at second five. I was like, how stacked is this team?
Well, I mean, that's the Dave Rennie connection, I think, as well, to get Lurch. And I mean, do we bring him back? I mean, sure, this has been spoken about. Oh my God,
he would be magnificent back.
I mean, Dave Rennie, what a connection with him. I think I read somewhere he's like 34. So he's not old for a lock.
Top try scorer in the Japanese A-League.
He's got to play a game, though.
Brody Retallick is the top try scorer?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
He scored like 4 tries in one game. Yeah, he's out of control. He's out of control.
He must be an absolute dynamo on the loose ball, unstoppable. Like a whole bunch of school kids jumping on his back. That's the thing that worries me about ALB is that, let's say we do have an injury, you got to jump in there, mate, come on in against a French team and just not be up for it.
I
know he's professional and I don't want to be a hater, but I just wonder, has he done enough in the playing department, or because that was the criticism of Scott Robinson, choosing players that he liked more than that deserved to be there, choosing the captain he liked more than the captain who deserved to have the team. And, Rennie you thought maybe it was all about numbers and sort of a money ball based on the information we were getting through from Barnsley. But you got to say this one might just be and you get LB and you get mate.
Maybe he should play a game for the Waikato NPC team before he gets picked. Seems to be the rules for some other people.
Like Richie Moe has to.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he got it's a sabbatical, right, as opposed to a leaving.
Okay.
Same as Ioane, they're on sabbatical, so they're still contracted with Super Rugby, but they've got like the clause that they can go out.
And that's the same with Adi.
Yes, and I think Richie's is just he's off contract and signed a new contract.
I see.
So there's slightly different, because I thought the same thing with Ioane. I saw him on people's pick list beforehand, and I thought, what is it? I didn't even know he's eligible. But yeah, Ioane, ALB, Savia, they're all New Zealand Rugby contractors still.
Right, okay. Let's take a quick break, Tony, and we'll be back with yours, please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Right, before we get into the yours, pleases, All Blacks season kicks off in a week and a half.
Yeah.
We play France, Italy, and then Ireland.
Yeah, France, Italy, and then Ireland at Eden Park. It's going to be good.
So the first one is France game. It's going to be back down in Christchurch. Christchurch have got some big weekends. So it's going to be down there at Te Kaha again. Yeah. We've got a function the night before, Friday night, at Robbie's on Litchfield. It's the ACC Inappropriate Sports Quiz with Export Ultra. Make sure you book your table. It's from 7 p.m. Got some great prizes to give away. Text quiz to 3236 to book your table, and make sure you book that early. Teams of 4 or 6 can come along to that. It'll be a good pre-game, and plus we're going to have a pre-game there before the game, before the actual test, which kicks off at 7 p.m.
Beautiful spot. That's where I ended up after Super Round. $12 jugs. You just can't beat it.
Were they 10 or 12? 12.
Well, yeah, after they were certainly 12, because we were high-fiving, kissing on the mouth, saying, this is the greatest day of my life. You just try to find a nice spot after an event like that, just to sit back and have a couple of beers and sit around and talk. And it's like we won the lotto.
It's a great little sports bar too. You never know uncertain terms. You're in a sports bar.
Yeah, lovely crap on the walls, TVs everywhere. Yeah. What do you want?
Absolutely. So text quiz to 3236 if you're down there in Christchurch. You want to join us the Friday, the 3rd of July, the night before the test match. Righto, let's kick it off with your first of the yours pleases.
Kia ora, cunt. Tommy from the GC. Speaking of Frankenstein's bride, G Lane, which abomination do you regret creating first? Mana canes or Springboks mana? I know where I'm at. Also, did you see poor old Brendon McCullum getting absolutely goaded into giving a shit response after we smashed in the cricket, live by Nass and some other cockney wanker? Thoughts on that? I thought he ducked and dived pretty well, actually.
He does duck and dive well.
Oh, mate, you know what? The English media are after Baz hard. After the Ashes, they have not forgiven him.
I mean, he's the perfect scapegoat. He's cocky. He's a Kiwi.
Yeah.
He's sort of so opposite to what English cricket has been and what I imagine so many of the old guard think it should be. So if you were ever going to go, oh, this guy's a piece of shit, let's gang up on him. If we get rid of him, it'll fix all our problems. And I mean, it might. It's clear in there. Why wouldn't you?
He's gone from saving Test cricket and saving England cricket to now being the devil. It's so they just switch, man. And when the English media get hold of something, they don't let it go.
He's also like so much smarter than he kind of comes across in a way, or that he presents. Like there's so much more going on under the hood. So like you said, he ducks and dives. Like he's quite good with the words, and I quite like watching him in an interview. And I think he just gives those answers. He's still a bit airy-fairy and waffly, but he's still sort of goes a bit harder than I think they're imagining. It's quite good.
They tried to goad him with the there should be an alcohol-free policy in the team, and obviously he loves a beer and he loves a red wine. They tried to goad him into saying, we're going to ban alcohol. And he's like, no, we're not going to be doing that. Some of the best beers I've ever had in my life was sitting in a changing room looking at my teammate, knowing I'd been to war with 5 days and given it everything.
Yeah.
And sharing a beer with them is one of the small pleasures in life.
And you can turn it around on them and be like, we've done this, done this incredible thing. And it actually brings the team closer having those moments. And, every now and again, sure, you might have one too many and get punched in the head by a rugby player, but it's about managing those expectations.
And around the other question, which is the Frankenstein that I didn't create it. I didn't create mana canes.
Mana canes, it's really tough. I've seen it all over the show. The last week, I've seen it popping up in comments, threads, far away from the ACC's jurisdiction.
This is not good. I mean, look, I don't think Springbok mana will take off.
No, they'll go Springbok mana.
What is Springbok mana?
No,
what about box mana?
Box mana. Box mana's not bad.
Box mana could mean something else.
Box mana does sound like a porno watch.
Yeah.
Susie mana.
Susie mana. There is no mana in what Susie did.
It's up there with anal mana for me.
Yeah, box mana.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if I am associated with any of them and I regret one, that's the mana canes like that.
Yeah, it's because it sounds
even
so
just
good.
Saying it makes me sick.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, g'day fellas. Quick one. Just want to say thanks for the $100 in the TAB. Beauty.
No worries.
Pass this on to McConey. Best burger in Vancouver is at a place called Number 5 Orange. Now, if you look it up, it'll look like a strip club. And it is. But I lived there for 2 years. Hands down, best burger in town. And you get dinner and a show. Hooroo.
Fur burger?
So questionable. I mean, I've never gone to the strip club for the food. There's no way that you get there, you go, hey, is there a menu?
Please tell me they call it the fur burger.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
The fur burger, maybe like a hot logs. What other options could there be?
You could maybe make a choice between the fur burger or the badly packed kebab.
Yeah, maybe the fish taco.
Yep.
There's a famous strip club in Toronto. It's called the Rusty Nail. And they used to have a lunchtime buffet.
Oh,
imagine getting a buffet from a strip club.
At lunch.
At lunch.
A 12:30p strip club show with
the buffet lunch.
You'd leave feeling both super full and, with that sort of slightly grimy feeling after you've been to the strip club.
Why do you think they call it the Rusty Nail? Is it after that joke? Have you heard that joke about with the Rusty Nail? So there was a girl who had a problem with her downstairs, and her downstairs releasing an odour in which she couldn't get rid of. And she asked her partner, and partner was like, I've got no idea what's up with that, but you need to probably sort it out. So she went to the doctor, she went to her GP, got up on the table at the GP, and GP was like, we'll have a good look around, I'll see what's up and see if anything's up. And he kind of, and there he's like, I'm going to send you to a specialist. I can't put my finger on it. So she goes to a specialist, and the specialist has a look has a look. Weeks have gone by, and she's waiting for the specialist appointment. She goes along. The specialist has a look, and is dumbfounded. Can't understand where the smell is coming from, and where this odor is coming from, and what's the problem is. And so weeks went by, and she went to her local priest, and I said, I don't know I don't know what is happening. I'm affecting my life. And he said, well, why don't you just come up here and squat over the holy water, and I'll splash some holy water on it. Maybe the Holy Spirit can help out.
As you do.
And so she goes up to him, squats over the holy water and splashes some holy water on it. And then heard this ding, 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 as this rusty nail pinged around the basin. And she's like, oh, that must be it. And she went, and looked up, and she looked up at Jesus on the cross, and he was like this.
Oh, right.
And if you can't see that, he had he'd removed his hand from the cross to block his nose, and the nail had come out and fallen.
Wow, it was a long walk for a ship view.
I thought it was going to be like that Funkhauser joke on Curb. It was like, your cunt is in the sink.
No.
Also, I like that you're like, you know that old joke, that old classic joke?
The rusty nail one.
The rusty nail one.
So you'd have to watch that on the video to get that, because obviously, because the punchline's quite
purely visual medium.
it's a physical one.
If you are listening to this, honestly, watching it, not much better.
That's why you subscribe on YouTube. And
that's why.
You don't want to be paying for this shit
to get that.
Yeah. It went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
It was good.
Next one.
Yeah, last one. Here we go.
I can't believe no one's brought it up yet. The curse. It's over. You travelled out of your region to watch the Warriors play the Cowboys. I bet your butt was puckering a little bit when they made it 10-all.
Oh, yeah, shit, I was.
Hey, but congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Curse is over. You're allowed to go to the final.
Yes.
This is great. Also, on Christchurch Warrior team, why not have the Warriors 2.0 in Christchurch? Just Warriors 2. Let's have 2.
2 Warriors?
Now we're talking. We could have, like the Warriors with like 2 S's on the end.
Yeah.
The SS. No, don't do that. That's bad branding, actually.
The curved tongue and the straight tongue.
Yeah, let's have 2 Warriors teams. I played in a league of rugby in Dunedin when there was Varsity A and Varsity B. I was in the B team. But we both had 2 premier teams. And the A team, certainly the good team, we got pumped every week by 60 points. But nonetheless, we were there. So to have 2 teams, I don't mind that idea.
Yeah, Wellington College did that in the weekend because they were playing a quadrangular tournament. It was celebrating its 100th anniversary.
Is that where you choke yourself? Quadrangular?
No.
Something else?
That's
not Michael Hutchins?
No, that's back of a hotel door.
Oh, okay.
The Wellington College sport wouldn't move their weekend game so they could play the quad tournament, which has been going on for 100 years. So basically the second 15 from Wellington College just upgraded themselves to first 15 for the weekend, defaulted their game. The other first 15 travelled up to somewhere else, played the quadrangular tournament. They both won.
Oh, and what a
flex
story for the second 15 captain who's like, I'm the captain of the first 15.
I am captain now.
Yeah, he can. And they come back and they're like, no, look around. We've taken over here. We do things a little differently.
The India function, they're going to have to invite 2 squads.
Yeah.
Because they all played for the first 15.
Yeah, you are. And you'll be the coolest kid on school.
Yeah.
Looking around.
Just on the curse thing, I did say that if the Warriors lose, I wouldn't go to the grand final, but they won, so sucked in. I'm going.
Also, I think that maybe you were all cursed out from the night before.
Yeah.
Like, I think you were out of juju. You hadn't been able to replete.
I was fully milked.
You were milked dry. You were down there as an empty scrotum sack, and you were taking a while to sort of refroth some of the curse juice.
That's true. We are going to go to the grand final, no matter who's in the final, thanks to Export Ultra. And it's called the Grand Final Beer Garden Tour.
Yeah, nice.
At the moment, Radio Hodaki are giving away a trip for 2. We're going to give away a trip for 2 in July via this podcast. So keep listening, like and subscribe, and you'll be in with a chance to win a trip for us to join us in early October over there in Sydney. So we'll knock this on the head. Thanks for coming in, Tony.
No, we'll knock this on the rusty nail, I reckon.
Ding, 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 ding.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.